oracle for the collective. And we'll get the show on the road. We're going to adhere to strictness today, people, so make sure you're here when it's your turn. We are meeting friends to go to a movie after the show. We have to be there. It's a 5:55 start time. But, we're supposed to end the show at 4. So we'll see. We're going to try to keep close to that. But no worries. There'll still be some fun chatter, I am sure. Won't there, Mr. O?
Of course. Hello, my baby. Hello, my sweetie.
All right. Pick a card, Mr. O.
Always upright?
Yep.
And it's a star.
Star? Ooh.
Number 36.
36?
Yes. Follow the stars, for they know best. Not too light, not too dark. A shimmer of what is coming next.
Oh, that's nice. The keywords for the star is inner knowing, direction, and North Star. We all have an inner North Star guiding us to our destiny. Your inner star speaks to you through your emotions, both good and bad. Fear speaks up when you should take caution. Joy is present when you've stumbled upon something that aligns with your soul. Sadness is a call to heal, and inspiration is fertile ground for creativity. And inspiration is fertile ground for creativity. You cannot go wrong when you follow your inner star. It is the light that will guide you home. You have pulled the star in this reading to remind you to trust your inner knowing. It knows what you need, and it knows what to avoid. It knows when something doesn't feel right and when you're on the right path. Believe in your ability to understand what is right, even when you're unsure of your destination. You already know what you need at this moment. Keep following your inner North Star and you will find your way to your purpose. Stars are always symbols of hope. This just is saying trust and hope in yourself, in your own abilities to discern that you are following the path that you are meant to follow. Anything to add to that?
May your star be at peace.
Very nice. All right. Can't follow the star anymore, restraining order.
Well, star spelled backwards is rats.
I also have the Solitary Witch Oracle for Oracle readings, or the Crow Oracle. MJ Cool Names. I only swapped out one tarot deck today, and that was the Mystical Medleys Tarot for some reason, the Grunge Tarot. Just felt grungy today, I guess. All right. I got some catching up to do with the list here. Lucky Pikakas P, which Violet keeps so well. You can shuffle. Are we waiting for a question? Actually,
I have shuffled.
Lena is first.
Okay.
Hey, Merwin, glad you could join us.
So Lena has asked for a spirit love reading for 2024. Is there a new love coming in my life for next year? So I'm using the Tarot of the Northern Shadows.
Right.
And our first card is the reversed Three of Cups. Then it's followed by the upright Nine of Discs. And then finally the reversed Two of Swords. I think there's a little bit of back and forth, but the year may end with you moving towards your goals or moving towards a new love, although you may spend a part of it maybe more in contemplation of that. It's possible with that Three of Cups there in the beginning that maybe the way the year starts just doesn't feel like that's happening, and you may feel that some of the year is more like you wondering. But towards the end of the year, I think some movement is possible.
Some movement's pretty much possible, I'd say.
So our first card in Lenormand is the stocking. It's a gift. Gifts.
Or happiness.
But there's also the heart, mistletoe.
Indeed. So, I do agree with Mr. Olin. I think that maybe there's a bit of up and down this year. You may find some people coming into your circle, romantic interests that just don't seem to click with you for whatever reasons. I feel that Three of Cups there might be saying that. But the Two of Swords is reversed. Is it upright?
No, it's reversed.
It is reversed. That's what I thought. The Two of Swords is reversed, which indicates there's going to be a lot of movement in your romantic area, in your love life this next year. Maybe people coming and going. So you will be, excuse me, testing the waters for sure. The Nine of Pentacles indicates to me that, I think you're going to be comfortable, just going with the flow of things for a while. You won't feel like, because there's activity happening, you won't feel lonely. I think you'll feel comfortable and confident that things are moving in a better direction for you, that you have everything that you need to move in a more positive direction. And that is evidenced there by the mistletoe and the stocking, which indicates, with the heart, there is joy this year. I have a feeling that maybe, by year's end, you will connect with somebody interesting and, that it might lead to something a little bit more serious.
Shadow was here for more than a little briefly, but once Sunman shows up, Shadow
It's
doesn't
all
stay.
over.
Angel. Yeah. Anyways, I mostly agree with you. I think, Lena, this is not to say that there won't be some romantic possibilities, and we always believe that tarot's a snapshot in time. It's possible that maybe this could happen sooner than what we're saying here, but this is just how it looks at the moment. So, as far as, love and relationships go, sometimes overall you have to give a little to get a little. So I do think it's happening by the end of the year, if not earlier. The mistletoe and the stocking seems to indicate that maybe in the latter part of next year, you are moving more towards that.
You're definitely going to feel more joyful and happy about the way things are going in your love life. If it's been kind of flatlining, not going anywhere, I think there's movement. There's definitely things happening in the 2024. So good luck with that, Lena. All right. Why is my pen misbehaving? Okay. Okay, Lucky Luck is next, and they asked if they can get a love life update. We're arguing a lot these days. Uh-oh. All right. Using the Mystical Realm Tarot for that. I don't know where Sonny was when Shadow was up here. Oh, okay, so he was here the whole time. He was not going to let Shadow take over the show.
Well, he was asleep, but once we start talking, he wakes up. He hears our
If he were upstairs,
voices.
maybe we would have gotten away with it. But there's no sun puddles to be had upstairs today, Mr. O. It's all gray. Yep, you'll be next, Peacock. Just be patient. Well, Lucky Luck is up. Okay, well, we have the Four of Pentacles, and it's reversed. We have the Devil reversed. Ah. We have the Knight of Wands upright. I guess you have been arguing. All right, what else do we got?
Goldfish. But what likes goldfish? Kitten. Well, it's really the dog, and it has a more specific meaning.
Well, kind of interesting cards here. I kind of concerned a little bit about where things are headed. I hope it's good, but I think the Four of Pentacles reversed indicates here somebody has to let go of something. That maybe it's an attitude, maybe it's a behavior. Well, something maybe is causing these rifts and these arguments, and in order for things to proceed in a better direction, there has to be a letting go. I feel here, too, though, that maybe somebody is feeling their power right now. That with the Devil reversed, maybe somebody is just trying to, feel more free to speak their mind about things maybe that are bothering them, so maybe that is leading to some arguments here. I feel here, in a sense, Lucky Luck, you have to be prepared for anything. That's that Nine of Wands here. You've got to really be prepared to fight this fight. And if you want this relationship to move forward, I'm not saying to feed the arguments here, but what I am saying is be prepared to fight for this relationship if that's what you want.
Well, I'm wondering if the Devil reversed sort of indicates that maybe somebody has had an epiphany or a come to Jesus moment of some sort, or has made a major progress in changing things about themselves that they felt were wrong and they didn't like, but now maybe they want the other person to do likewise. The Four of Pentacles reversed, that they want, change is good, so therefore you should change too, or something relating to that this is sort of to some degree a test of wills. I can do this, why can't you do this? Or if I'm doing this, then you should be doing this. Sort of like a tit for tat in a way, but there may be some substance to that. Maybe the Devil reversed is a triumph for somebody in this relationship, the feel that they got around something that was limiting or not good for them. But it does sort of end up, maybe like Banshee's saying, is that maybe there's a little streak of self-righteousness to some degree, in the idea of, putting a line in the sand in a way. And maybe none of this relates exactly, but maybe there are some kind of factors there.
Well, maybe there are. I'm just going to quickly comment on something Victoria said about the mice in the Lenormand, since there's a break here. And
rats.
There are 36 cards in the Lenormand, right? So there's only 35 combinations with the mice, because you got to read them in pairs. But I would argue with you that maybe there's 70 because it depends if the mice are first or second.
Right,
in the card, it could be red. You could get different interpretations that way too. So just to give you a little, insight there. Google was wrong. Don't trust Google. Your librarian friends here tell you that.
We're not even keeping track anymore.
So, at any rate, I do think here, well, I see what he said. I do think here the kitten and the,
Goldfish.
the kitten and the
Goldfish.
Yes, I know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around this. Kitten is the dog is about friendship and loyalty. So I think trust here. I think you have to really I think this relationship really needs to focus on what brought you together. What may, and also the fact that you want to be not just lovers but good friends with one another, okay? And that you have to show an abundance of trust. You have to be able to have an abundance of trust with each other in order for this relationship to work. And I almost feel like that's just a little bit of advice going on here. I just think that things are a little bit shaky right now. I'm not going to say they're not.
From the Lenormand, the feeling I get is that this is just sort of saying that you need to try to work on whatever these differences are and maybe bringing people back to reality if there are ideas about what either, and this could be yourself, if either of you are this person who says, well, if I can do this, you can do that, or whatever that is, the posturing of the devil, you need to realign. You need to realign, cut each other some slack, realize that maybe there is a loyalty component, or decide if there isn't one, because there are many fish in the sea.
Ooh.
I'm not saying you should break up, but
that's
saying
interesting. Yeah.
I'm just saying that,
valid.
It seems like the cards are suggesting that you're better off together if you can work it out.
If you can work it out. And I think it's doable, but somebody's got to let go of something they're holding on to. I think that might be getting in the way of progress here. So I wish you luck, lucky luck. And yes, we are on Peacock Rainbow now. Hey, right. Peacock, we got that question there. A financial reading for the next year. Okay. And I know it's Flower Beauty, so let's move on to the reading with Mr. O's deck.
All right. So, let's see. I'm going to use my Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot. I love this guy. Formerly used on Your Weird Week, which we're no longer producing, or it may be in hiatus.
Hey, when you have a chance, can I have the Lenormand?
Yes. And of course, Victoria, I think you asked something in the chat before we started about yearly or annual predictions, and we do something like that. There's a playlist about annual predictions, world and America.
We'll do that again. I think I saw Violet or somebody mention about the past life readings. I've been thinking about that lately. We probably should do a show again.
Well, there's just not enough time in the day and maybe enough overall appreciation for us to work this much.
Oh, he means more donations, don't you?
I might mean that, but I'm not going to say that. But hey, that's a lot of, extra programming.
Mr. O's working more hours now, so it is a little bit tough to fit in some of our extra content. But, we're going to try to do some different things. We did talk about the lightning round and stuff, too.
Yes, it would be the nature of us as we feel we are creative, that we try to replace something that we're taking offline, So we have been thinking about the things we can do. I have a whole lot of unboxings I want to do. Maybe I can get some of them done before the holidays.
Right. So, there's just so much going on right now. And, of course, I'm preparing for that presentation for Convocation. So there's just a lot of things on our plate right now. It's kind of tough. It's not you guys. You guys appreciate us. We know that. We do. And we appreciate you. We really do. We try to do our best, and it's all we can do. Yeah, we could always replace. I've thought about that too, but I know a lot of people come here to get their questions answered. And I thought, well, maybe we could replace one of our live shows with a special past life show, etc. But I haven't gone there yet either, so I'll have to think about that.
I think that we just bite off more than we can chew. That, things have fallen into my lap that push me more into my interfaith work, which is a part of my mission, for me religiously. And it's hard sometimes to do everything we want to do.
Yeah.
But we know you guys appreciate us. Of course.
All right. Let's see what we have for Peacock Rainbow. Well, okay.
Well, the first card doesn't pertain to finances, or we're going to make it. It's the reverse.
Of course we can.
10 of Cups.
Yeah.
It's followed by the reversed Knight of Cups.
Oh my gosh.
I know. And then finally, the upright Page of Cups.
Oh boy. Well, let's talk we'll talk about this.
There's our gingerbread man and the tower, the clock tower.
Gee, Flower Beauty, you asked for what time period again? Let me see that. Or Peacock Rainbow, I'm sorry I said it that way. Financial reading for the next year. Remember, this is only a snapshot in time. Outlooks will likely change. I'm saying that because the outlook looks kind of blue right now. And it just might be, colored by situations as they stand presently. It just seems as though there's not a lot of joy financially for you, in 2024. It's because basically maybe you just haven't achieved a particular level that you had hoped to achieve, a particular goal, a particular threshold. And that may not mean it's a totally bad year, but what it does mean is you're disappointed with the slowness maybe of the progress. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. And that the Page of Cups is here to maybe say, you can create more joy for yourself. You're just going to have to use your imagination. You're going to have to really think outside the box a little bit for ways to achieve what it is you truly desire.
The funny thing for me is that I feel that what you're asking for is caught up also with how other people interact with your life. And I sort of feel that maybe there are people around you who are maybe either people in your family or other people, friends who maybe are discouraging of what your attempts are. And so you don't feel a lot of confidence or support coming from those people. And this isn't to say that you don't have those qualities, but maybe there are just detractors who have more influence than you should let them have. And I still feel, or like Banshee might feel, is that the Page of Cups is your strongest card in this, because it really says you can move beyond that, that maybe it's an influence that doesn't matter as much as it does at some particular times, or it's a matter of really putting it into your rear view window, as we like to say sometimes, just leaving it behind. So then that drives me towards the Knight, who is reversed also. And once again, I think this just reinforces the idea that if you are at all involved with other people's ideas, some of those are just not going to be suitable for you. You need to probably stand on your own and make these moves on your own in a way.
Well, I really like what he said about the 10 of Cups there, because maybe what it's saying, I lean more on the support aspects. Now, admittedly, it's Cups, so it could be moral support, or it could be, you're just not grabbing people with things the way you had hoped, pulling together, customers for your products, etc. Or it could be that you're not able to get financial backing or support that you had hoped for, you had wished for. And maybe that's stalling things a little bit. I mean, it could be something like that too. I just wanted to throw that out there before I tackle the Lenormand. The Lenormand really looks to me like you need to, like, for example, if you're working with financial institutions to try to get loans or try to get your business off the ground, working with some corporate interests, even if you're working with somebody, to try to get them to, I don't know, to accept your designs or whatever it is, you're really going to have to sell it to them. You have to network hard, because I think that's what's there. The element of the gingerbread is like, get your ideas across to them, and maybe that will help.
So the gingerbread man, in my opinion, kind of corroborates what I said here, but maybe expands it to the idea that it's not so much tied up in specific family relationships, just maybe in that general way, that it really is more about other people that are in your networks or in your neighborhood or in your area of where you want to focus at, that you need to make them understand what you're trying to do to make them feel like they could be more supportive. I really think that your best bet is if you are able to find allies who can be more supportive to you, whether it's financially or whether they can just render services for you that you're able, to use. But still, I feel that with that Page of Cups there, your biggest strong feat may be whether or not you can also visualize things better to bring them into manifestation, that you need to, become more of an idea person or need to work harder to bring your ideas out.
Just going to leave it at that.
All right.
Keep moving. All right, that's what we have for you, Peacock Rainbow. Good luck with that. Hi, Nicole. You are on the list. And now we are on SP.
Hi, Shirley.
Hi, Shirley. Okay, so we're getting really close now.
I think we're within one or two.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Peacock.
And if you could give Violet your questions, it will really help us today move things along, because we got to keep the show rolling.
Right. When we have this many people, we can't wait for people to show up in the chat if they're already on the list. It's show up or have your question.
And by the way, I will not be cranky today. I have my meditation moment tea.
And I'm sorry for the crankiness of yesterday.
Me too. Not yours, mine. Mine.
Well, you should be sorry for mine.
Well, okay, I will be, if you say so.
Hi, Shirley.
All right, let's move on to SP.
Okay,
What
SP.
do we have? SP.
A reading for the rest of the year, please. Any status changes on career?
Okay.
Was that my deck or yours? It's yours.
It's mine, and I've got my Meryl Streep Tarot, which I did my Lions prediction with today. I'm having a bad feeling it was pretty accurate. Although I don't even know if it's going to be a close game. I'm not sure what's happening. I need Anthony here to give me the scores. Where is he? They were in scoring position when I left, but the Lions, they have not been playing well. I'm not sure what happened there. And when I left, it was 10-0 the Bears in the second quarter.
Depends on what kind of family you have. I stopped going to my Thanksgiving family dinners.
Well, they're really...
Well, it became really weird because then the emphasis became on strange people that I never knew before in my life. Like, who is this person and why are they nodding out while they're moving the spoon to their... I found out they were on morphine.
Drugs?
They were on morphine.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I know. It was pretty creepy.
Anyway, we're moving on. Oh, why is this card coming up so much? Could it be Mercury retrograde? It's the Nine of Wands. Yikes. Along with the Ace of Cups reversed. But then we have the Two of Cups all upright. It's almost like, we're going to argue, we're going to fight, and then we're going to make up and everything's fine.
It looks like Meryl Streep and Loki. I know that's not Tom Hiddleston, but it almost looks like him in profile. And Claudia's got your back.
Are you kidding, Claudia? They went ahead? I'm shocked. Holy moly.
I forgot Claudia's a fan too.
Thank you, Claudia. I'm glad you got my back today.
All right, so in Lenormand, we pulled out the home and the stocking. So, rest of the year for SP. Well, it looks to me like you're holding your own. The Nine of Wands sort of says you're holding your own. So it may feel like, there's a certain amount of activity that means you have to really kind of stay strong or on guard. It could be about just, the overall weight of your life and or the season sort of pressing on you. But it could also just be saying you're handling things.
It's really an interesting combination here when you're asking about career stuff. I wonder too, are you... what was the question exactly?
What's going on in the rest of 24 for her? And it might have been a nod towards career, of course.
Yes, SP. You are employed right now, though, right? So, or are you looking? Is there some issues?
Changes on the career front.
Changes on the career front. Well, there could be. I'm going to look at this two ways to try to cover my bases here. I feel that you got to be prepared for anything. Again, there's that Nine of Wands card, and it's like, be prepared to fight for something if necessary. Whether it's fighting competition to get a job that you are struggling, you want to get, or whether it's fighting for your rights at your own workplace right now. Because something is robbing you of joy, on the career front here. And that goes for either way here. Something is trying to rob your joy, or you're no longer feeling the joy you once felt for what you've done. Or if you're going for a job, you're wondering if it's really going to turn out well for you. I do think ultimately there may be some good that comes out of all of this. That maybe you will be able to reach common ground at your present place of employment and things could smooth over. Or you will be able to obtain something if you are looking right now that seems like the perfect match for you. And when you look at the Lenormand here, Mr. O, it looks as though there could be something coming that will rekindle that joy. I mean, in a sense, that that like trumps that Ace of Cups here, or it kind of modifies it. It's almost as if joy returns and some peace of mind, some comfort and security.
SP, I seem to remember you from a while back, and I don't know if this is pertinent or not, but I remember that you may have been, for business reasons, living in a different country or situation than your husband. And so I'm wondering if maybe this is saying that that's a possibility that may gain some momentum there. I'm not saying it's absolutely going to happen, because some of the other things sort of say you're still weathering this idea, but it seems like you're trying to position yourself towards the idea of either how you do go on if it's not, pulling you back together, or if it is. And I feel like maybe there is, something happening that could bring some happiness to the home, whether it is actually that situation or whether it's in general about other aspects of your career and life. So good luck with that.
Good luck with that. That's what we have for you. So it's kind of this up and down stuff. And, like I said, everything's a little bit topsy-turvy right now with Mercury retrograde.
That's it.
So just be ready for anything, SP, and good luck with that.
And I think Victoria caused it.
You troublemaker, you.
I know you put in a word with Mercury or something like that.
Okay, I see Victoria's question there. Taking part of a Paracon in January with famous people. Will this be a good event for me? Networking, selling stuff, etc. Your deck and...
I am drawn to using the Secrets Tarot for this one. Not that it's going to show secrets necessarily, but I just sort of have that feeling.
I just wanted to say again about the Lions. The pundits predicted the Lions would win by 3 points. My reading says it's going to be a real struggle this game for them if they're able to pull it off. And it really looked like the Bears, so I had to go with that. But my heart's with the Lions, and I'm only doing this for fun. So I'm hoping the Lions prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Win the game.
All right, so Victoria wants to know if this is going to be a good networking event for her, the Paracon in January. Boy, I sure hope so. Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. I'm really excited about the con we're going to with all the people coming there. Real big names. Whoa.
Yes, it probably will be a pretty big networking event.
Yeah.
Lots of people. Oberon Zell.
We aren't going to have a table at that event because they're not having reading space, but we will be there.
Queen of Swords
away.
upright. And I like this particular Queen of Swords. I've always been.
Who are the Cowboys playing?
All right, the next card is the World reversed. And the next card is the Queen of Cups upright. So this is fascinating, Victoria, because you have two queens.
Queen of
both
Swords.
upright. Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups.
Yeah.
And then the World reversed.
Hold on.
So I like it. I think it's
You'll
a
like it
pretty
more.
good omen. Oh, I love it. It's the star.
You talked about being...
Rats.
You talked about the stars earlier, and look what you got. And they're the key.
And there's the key. So, gee, Victoria, the two queens really epitomize different kinds of control. One is maybe being able to make good, strong decisions or forcefully apply yourself towards a solution of some situation. The Queen of Cups is really saying be balanced, be immersed in emotionality, good emotionality, be receptive, intuitive. So I think these queens are really good, and they support the idea that there's definitely a start going on here. This may not be the ultimate, but the World reverse says it's really taking you to some higher notes that you needed to hit.
Well, you know, it's funny with the World reversed here. I don't think it's the end of the world as far as this reading goes. I think that, you know, some people are going to find you being very smart, intellectual, knowledgeable in the paranormal field. You know, I really think here too that, hey, who knows what could be going on there? You know, maybe you'll find a little romance at this Paracon. I'm not going to rule that out. And I feel like maybe what this is setting up for you is possibly work for the future. You know, maybe there are some collaborations that could come out of this or something.
But not with Tom Cruise.
Or networking that could lead to something later. The World means that success is still out there and you're going to be working towards it. So that's why I say I think this is leading towards a work in progress, especially surrounded by these two queens, you know. I think that you're going to get something out of this. It's going to be really good and you're going to look good. Ha ha, wink, wink. Either romantically or, also for, what you know and what you can contribute to conversation. So, the key here is remain hopeful, remain optimistic. Go in there like you are one of those stars. How about that, Victoria? Not that just you're going to meet star power, but that you deserve that star power too. How about that?
Love it.
I think this looks really good.
Yeah, it looks fantastic, so I hope it's true.
So good luck with that. That's right. Do not shy away. I'm really funny when I'm around star power at these events. I'm not like gushing over them and stuff. I talk to them like normal people. And I think I get respect for that. I remember years ago, I'm not going to mention the name of the person, but came up to a table we were staffing for a group we were involved in, and I just talked to them like normal everyday folk, and we had a nice conversation. So I think that's the key, be like peer to peer.
There's a big name lawyer around Detroit area who once ran for governor of Michigan, and he's kind of like a Robin Hood of lawyers, but it's all very showy in a way. I'm just not gonna mention his name, but I remember he came by a large event we were at. We did over 1,000 readings in 2 or 3 days.
Dextrose is last.
Hi, Dextrose.
You are last today.
I tried to get him to sit down for a reading, but he only asked, will I win?
Well, let's leave it at ducks. If somebody comes in, I might make an allowance for one more, but that would be it. I think we should stop at 20 today, though. We usually try to do 21, I think, but...
All right.
All right. So is it my deck? It is. So...
Uh-huh. And that big name lawyer didn't get to be governor, of course, so...
Yeah, I know. I saw that, Violet, but I think 20... Oh, we're at 19 with ducks? Oh.
So you said save one more.
Okay. One more, then.
Well, you said we could decide when they show up.
I think we'll do it. If we're at 19 now, I thought we were at 20.
Well, it really depends on how many are left and how much time we have.
Well, let's keep the reading slowing. So what's our question? This is for Preeti.
What's coming towards me in love?
Okay.
You're welcome, Victoria.
I know you keep count. I sometimes count. That is also when I have the list right, too. But I'm pretty sure I have it right today.
Like I said, I'm more
copied
interested
yours.
in how many are left to read and the amount of time, because I think that's more important. Because we are at about that.
All right. Okay. Well, we have the Hermit upright. And then we have the Chariot reversed. And the Empress reversed.
Excuse me.
That just doesn't smack a lot happening right now, Preeti. But we'll get to that. Let's see what Mr. O has.
Well, the kitten, which is interesting, and the child.
Well, it's going to be a little bit of a quiet period for you right now.
We know, Victoria.
In a way, in a love reading, what can I say, Preeti, when we start with the Hermit? The Hermit's somebody who kind of keeps to themselves, goes within, does some inner work. Maybe this is a time for you to just reevaluate things in your life. Work on self issues right now before you're ready, before the universe is ready to open things up to you a little bit more. And that's also because the Chariot reversed is here. The time is just not right for a move forward. The Chariot kind of stalls things, gets things stuck. So there's no motion going on right now in the love department, according to what I'm seeing here. There could be a lot of reasons for that. We, of course, have Mercury, as we have talked about, going retrograde. And finally, with that last card, the Empress reversed, that's kind of emphasizing again that things are stagnating in the love department, and it's maybe a better time to use this time to just work on yourself and, to do things that bring yourself joy.
Yeah, I can't disagree with anything Banshee said. It feels like you're going to need to just mostly deal with things on your own. Some of that could be just trying to find other diversions for yourself, because maybe when love comes, it comes when you're not really trying to make it come.
Exactly.
So, you spend a day walking through the woods and you have a chance encounter, or you go shopping and you have a chance encounter.
Such a good point, though, because really that Chariot says, don't try to push it at this time.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the other cards, to me, seem to suggest that maybe there are things about yourself that you can work on. Not that you need to work on because, there's such consternation in your life, but there are just things for yourself that are reflective of your own individual nature. And it could be that with these Lenormands here, it's really just about remaining open to the idea that it is a work in progress, and that taking the time to find a person who really relates to you and is harmonious, it may take a while. So, just keep love alive in your heart and keep moving towards that.
And maybe the Lenormand is just here to say with the child and the kitten that, if things are really slow right now, maybe this is just a time to reconnect with loved ones and friends, at this point in time, and just be around people that you feel you get joy from and comfort from. It's just not a time to move things forward right now. Maybe we should check things again after the holidays, Preeti, and see if things are moving forward then. But right now, not happening. So, I'm sorry. I wish you... But it's not bad. None of these are, like, really bad cards, per se.
Right.
It's
they
just saying
don't
not
say
now.
something in particular is moving towards you at this time.
Yeah. So, good luck with that.
And it doesn't mean that it's not to change even, at some point. Just right now, that's what it looks like.
And we are on Claudia. And Claudia wants a general read.
Okay, so that's going to be my deck.
Yep.
And I'm going to use my, where are they?
And that was the Grunge Tarot I just used.
Yes, I'm going to use the 13 Tarot. It's kind of dark and pips are nothing to really brag about, but...
This will be for next.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's about right,
We're doing pretty good. We're doing okay. We'll just keep it moving. And chat in between. Which I think we're doing.
Your laundry girl.
It's 2.5 hours long. Oh my gosh.
It's 2 hours and 38 minutes.
Well, I'll hang in
Tax
there.
some advertisements, etc.
It's okay. We wanted to see our friends. They've been trying to get together with us. And I got to keep reminding them because they do things spur of the moment a lot of times.
And we can't.
Yeah, and we can't. Because last time they said, hey,
We're
can
tied
you
to
go
our
to a
schedules.
movie now? And we had already set up to film my Material Matters show. So we could not.
All right, so general reading for Claudia. And our first one is the Upright Knight of Cups.
Mr. O is quite the taskmaster, isn't he, Violet? 9 of Cups?
Knight.
Knight. Got it.
Then we have the Upright Queen of Swords. And then the Upright Eight of Wands. So I like it that they're all upright. It's a dark deck, but I like the imagery, generally speaking. I'm thinking that's the Knight of Cups.
The Knight of Cups, and the second one is the Queen of Swords, or the last?
The Queen of Swords.
And then the last one?
Is the Eight of Wands.
Oh, they're all upright. Interesting time for you, Claudia. Let's throw the Lenormand up there. Oh, my goodness. We got the Sleigh Whip go along with that Eight of Wands. Holy, that's the Eight of Wands, right?
Yes.
Yes, holy cow. And Father Time.
Father Time.
Wow,
which is
there's
the
some aggressive activity going on here. Let's not get too aggressive, though, Claudia.
Well, the Knight of Cups says you could be moving towards something that feels joyful. It could be a romantic encounter, but it could also just be you moving to something that brings you joy. So, the holidays are coming, getting together with family. I know you have a kid or two and a grandchild or two. So it could be about that.
That's the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, to me, is speaking of, I think the decisions that you're going to make during this time period, right now for maybe the rest of this month, and considering Mercury's retrograde, I think you're not going to let that affect you too much here. You're going to make wise choices that are going to bring you some joy and happiness, and you're really going to be able to move things forward, move your agenda forward, whatever it is, whether it's celebrations that you're going to.
Wait till you see her comment. I guess she's really busy.
Oh, my goodness. So whether it's celebrations you're going to, gift giving, buying, etc., whatever the case may be, there's going to be a lot of activity and a lot of energy being put out there, and you're ready for it. It seems like it's all going pretty well, but be careful here a little bit. I want to say with the Lenormand, because, depending on what these cards fall with, they could be good, they could be bad. But when you get two cards with slightly negative connotations together, they could be bad. So I'm just saying here, be careful that watch what you say or do. Don't do things too aggressively that could antagonize someone. Somebody could take something the wrong way. So watch your words and actions as you move to, don't move so quickly and don't do things so fast without thinking about it. I think personally the Queen of Swords is going to keep you in check on that, but I'm a little bit concerned when I see this combination here.
Well, when I see all the busyness that is implied up there, especially with that last card, I wonder if this could be saying that you might have to cut some of that busyness.
Okay.
That maybe you might have to cut a class, or you might have to make some sort of change to give yourself a little break here or there. It may not be a big thing, but it's just something to consider, to not necessarily totally overwhelm yourself. But, if I know you, you're probably a trooper, so, let the buyer beware, as they say.
Yeah, so definitely it could be about cutting some activity out. I mean, we can only do so much. And with the Eight of Wands, it's often recommended that you don't scatter that energy all over the place, that you focus it where it's really needed. So, you may, in a sense, maybe you do. Just make sure you don't hurt anybody's feelings in the process. Maybe that's it. So, good luck with that.
Good luck, Claudia.
Some OT too. So busy, busy, busy.
Sounds pretty busy.
Hey, Libra. General reading for Libra.
All right, so that's going to be your deck.
Yep.
You're welcome.
You will hurt his feelings gladly.
Go for it. Can
Go
we watch?
for it. Hey,
can we watch?
That could be pretty powerful there, that whip and the cutting implement. Be careful. Be careful when playing with knives, too.
Are you going to convocation this year, Claudia? I know you go sometimes.
All right. I'm using the Dream Keeper's Tarot for this general reading for Libra.
Yeah, it's going to be a different hotel, so that's cool. All right, what you got?
Well, we will be there. We got the Four of Wands reversed as the first card.
Four of Wands reversed.
Got the Ace of Pentacles upright. Or wait, is that the Ace?
It is.
Yeah, okay.
Upright Ace of Pentacles.
But then we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Never satisfied, Libra? No, just...
Oops.
Just kidding. Just kidding.
Well, in the Lenormand, the Anchor shows up as the first card, and the following card is the Sleigh, which is
my goodness.
The ship.
Go figure.
All right.
The ship is stuck.
Yeah, it could be.
Could be. But there's some interesting stuff here. I think up and coming, there'll be some celebrations, there'll be some good times, but it might be a little bit downplayed this year. It just may not be as big as in years past. I feel like this is a really growthful time for you, though. With the Ace of Pentacles here, there could be the beginning of something that could bring more financial well-being, or, this is the time of year where we start thinking about what we need to do to improve conditions in our lives, whether it is financial, material, or whether it's physical. with the body. So you might be thinking of starting a new health regime or exercise program or something like that, which would be beneficial to you right now. And I feel here that you really feel like there's some area in your life that needs a sort of improvement, whether it is, the financial area or the physical area. I think maybe that's why the Nine of Pentacles is reversed here, is you do realize something needs to change in order for, conditions to improve for you, that you could do better in a certain area, and you're going to be working on that.
Well, my overall feeling is Banshee's right, of course, that maybe you might find that a somewhat lower key celebration or going into the new year feels better for you. And maybe it's because you're working on saving resources. Sometimes if we can't really get to a position where we can make more money, we have to realize that we can try to budget. So that could be indicated there, and that could be saying that really your ideas will be strong, or the way you try to implement them will be sound. So I feel like that's what's mostly coming, is you trying to figure out how you can, use more of your resources to put yourself in another direction. And the sleigh is the ship, so that could be saying that there is some sort of sense of movement, but it's attached to the anchor, and maybe that throws a quandary into the brew.
You bet it does.
Go on.
Well, Libra, I hope you're not planning on traveling during this Mercury retrograde period, because maybe that's going to put a little crimp in your plans. It looks like travel could be stalled. It looks as though move forward, it just seems like status quo more or less at this time. There's not a lot of movement happening with the anchor here. So it's kind of steady as she goes. But that's why I'm saying it just looks like you were going to be making some modest improvements, but not a lot happening.
Right. It's mostly seems to be about, trying to wait out certain things and maybe, institute, better budgeting in the new year.
So that's what we have for you, Libra. Good luck with that.
Good luck.
And we are on Majestic Love. How is Robert currently feeling about you? I take it that probably, is this the one that's blocked you, I think? Am I right?
I don't remember.
I think this is the one, but I'm not sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to use the final rose.
Okay.
Since it's related to possible romantic situation.
Okay, there it is. I thought I had a band for this.
Okay, it could be V. Yeah, V.
Oh, okay. Okay. I was mixing it up. Thank you, Violet. Gosh, you keep good track of that too.
Thanks for chiming into Majestic Love. That helps.
Things have been stagnant. Okay. And let me put these down. This is for next time.
So I'm using the Final Rose Tarot. I, for a while, used it on the Emotional Exchanges show on Fridays. It has a lot more of a romantic kind of edge to it. Reds and pinks. It's very pretty to look at.
All right. Oh, you're very welcome.
You're welcome. All right, so the first card is Judgment, and it's called the Rose Ceremony. And I guess...
is it upright?
Yeah, it's upright. It's based off of a TV show called The Final Rose, or a bachelorette dating kind of show. And roses figured into it. The next card is the reversed Five of Cups. And of course, it says on the upright side, sorry, I fucked up. But it's reversed. So that's nice. And then the final card is another 5, the reversed 5 of Wands.
I was afraid of that. Okay.
So
Here.
there's a bit of things going on there. The cross, the candy
We've
cane.
got a broken candy cane. But we also have
The acorns, which is the clover.
wow, I don't know what to say about this. But let's give this let's go.
Is it possible things are coming to some sort of judgment or denouement of some sort?
What's that first card again? It's
Judgment.
It's judgment. You know, I do feel like there's people taking, you know, both of you need to take a critical look at where things are heading for you both. That's sort of what I'm feeling here, but why don't you go ahead? You were
No, that's a good way to start that too. The idea that maybe it's about really taking stock overall of where each of you are with that. It's not really about making the judgment. It's about maybe thinking about what needs to be considered in order to make the judgment.
You know why I'm saying that? I'm saying that because of the 2 5s. I
Yeah.
feel like these 2 5s
And they're
are in a
both
way
reversed.
about interacting with each other. And so you're asking about Robert's current feelings about you, but I'm having a different feel about this reading. And I'm getting the feeling it's talking about what's happening here overall. And I feel here you both really need to take a critical look at where you both stand. That 5 of Cups here could indicate to me that Robert, maybe, if this is about his intentions, it's either that he wants to reconcile this or he wants to move on. You know, because it's almost a card of moving on from things that are disappointing, you know. So does that mean he wants to get past the disappointments with you and work it out or move on? I'm not really sure with that last card here, the 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands reversed is kind of moving away. He wants to move away from conflict and things that are disagreeable. He wants to move away from things that just, you know, seem to not be where people can't seem to get along. But that could be also both of you. You know, I'm thinking here you really have to decide now, can you get beyond whatever has been the difficulties are in your relationship? Can you move past the disappointments you've had with one another now and see your way to coming together again? Or is it really time to say it's time to let this go? And finally, that's the point here. What is it going to be? You know, are you going to be able to resolve this, or is it just a bridge too far?
Well, and really that's maybe why judgment came out first, because it's saying this, you are at a critical juncture, whether or not you've been communicating at all. Either of you may be having, you know, these really strong thoughts, but we asked about, you know, Robert's thoughts, and I feel like he's very torn because maybe he does want to reconcile, you know, but maybe Banshee's right too. Maybe he just wants to leave things in a better way before he moves on. But this seems to talk more accurately about what he possibly feels, which is that whether he's right or not, he feels there are frictions or insurmountable differences of some sort or conflicts.
It's a tough read.
It is, because we don't really know, I guess.
Because really, I have to say here that fate or luck or destiny decides if you know, these the separation, this or the grief that you may be experiencing with one another, the long-term difficulties that have been happening off and on are going to continue. I feel here that what this could mean to me is that one of you could turn this around, maybe, you know, with the right actions or words. One of you could possibly turn this around, because the clover is about luck and fate. And, you know, fate often, it doesn't just happen. Fate sometimes happens because of the moves and the decisions that and the words that decide our fate. So, you know, you could turn this around possibly.
I think that's a a possible outcome. In this instance, I sort of feel that the candy cane, which is the cross, sort of reminds me of judgment in a way too. That the idea is that things are not necessarily done yet, and luck in some form could make things different. But each of you have to decide what you really want and what you're really willing, to accept from each other or change for each other.
All right, that's what we have for you. Oh boy, I wish you luck with that.
We wish you luck.
Good luck with Robert. Kara wants top and bottom oracle cards. Okay. Well, I'm going to use solitary. Which one? Let's see what we get out of this.
You're welcome. And of course, we'll be back on Thursday night doing more of this, reading cards for people. That's from 7 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. And we will have a happy hour this week, too, on Saturday at 10 a.m. It's regular time.
And we'll be happier. We'll be happier at happy hour.
If we're lying, well, never mind.
Of course, Mercury will be retrograde by then, so I don't know.
Can you trust us?
All right, top and bottom. Top card first. Whoa, as I almost drop them.
Happy hour.
Wow, Kara, the Maiden, the Mother, and the Crone. Beautiful card.
That is pretty.
Is there a number on that card?
22.
Oh, I'm right there. Together they have joined to conjure a new peace and true healing within the land. Wow, the power of the fresh and growing maiden, of the loving and compassionate mother, of the wise and experienced crone, will all join into this casting to call forth the healing from the waters. That's so interesting, Kara, because that's basically saying that's what you need to blend right now. All of those energies, the fresh and growing of the maiden, the loving and compassionate nurturing of the mother, and the casting forth and healing of the crone.
Oh, I thought it was the rheumatoid arthritis of the crone.
No, don't channel that.
All right.
So as they drink of enchanted water, soothing words begin to arise in their minds. Let's see what we can say about the meaning of this card. The Maiden Mother Crone, 3 ages of humanity, youthful energy, creative light force, the old wise ones welcomed, acknowledged, and seen, a healing for land, animals, and people through respect for all ages of humanity. There shall come a flowing of recovery for all who have suffered, all who have been silenced, knowing those of many ages. What once was hidden now comes into view and is shared with respect. So I feel here that there is a recovery coming to you. I think all of these energies blending together will allow you to push things forward in your life, will allow you to replenish your own energy reserves at this time. So call upon the energies of Maiden, Mother, and Crone. And let's see what you might need them for. Oh, and it's upright too, which is a good thing. These cards can be read reversed. She sleeps with the stars. Another really gorgeous card.
And stars spelled backwards as rats.
Oh, stop that, Mr. O.
She sleeps with the stars.
Whoops, I keep passing it. Ah. The meaning of this card tells you, connect with starlight. Sleep under the stars. The night has wisdom for you. Find your answers within the stars, the presence of the night goddess. Wow. So I just think this is a call to also remember, think about your dreams. Your dreams are going to hold special meaning to you right now. And integrate it, integrate it into yourself, into those maiden, mother, and crone aspects of yourself. This is really interesting to me. I think, when we think two of the stars, there's a lot of hope here. There's a lot of positive energy that can be received right now by invoking, the triple goddess energies. And this is a perfect time of year, I think, to do so. When we light those Yule candles, a lot of times, there's many different representations of what they mean, but they also represent the triple goddess aspect of maiden, mother, and crone. So invoke that right now.
All right.
Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I think that's incredibly beautiful.
Yeah.
And hopefully, there's a message in there for you. I think this is interesting, too, from the Lenormand.
What do you got?
Because we get the kitten, which, of course, is the dog. And then we get the mistletoe, which is the heart.
Oh. Well, I think perfect love, perfect trust, is engendered here as well with the triple goddess. But I feel these energies in your heart. Be loyal to, the worship of the Trinity, of maiden, mother, and crone. And I feel that that right now the goddess is, the goddess energies are here for you. I almost think that's what it's saying. They are here for you right now, like a best friend. So invoke them, call upon them. It's beautiful. It's beautiful reading.
Bring them into your heart.
Yeah. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Kara.
Hey, I know you focus on Odin a lot. But this is time for the goddess energies, I think. They are calling to you right now, speaking to you.
So, Merwin, what does the next few months hold for me financially? And I will use my Olympus Tarot. You're welcome.
Hey, you are welcome. And we're on Merwin, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. We are doing okay. And thank you. It's always fun to go to the movies, especially with them. They're great friends of ours. The cat ate the mice. I don't know. Years and years ago, we had cats and we had a mice problem briefly in one of the places we lived. And all those darn cats did was play with them. They played with them. Anyway.
Okay, so the first card is the Ten of Cups reversed. The next card is the Upright Fool. And the final card is the Upright Six of Wands.
Wow. So what's that first one again?
Reverse Ten of Cups, so I don't like that one a whole lot.
Yeah, let's chat about that. But let me get the Lenormand in the picture here. Wow. Speaking of the Fool, we have the reindeer here, which is the rider. And then we have the greeting card, which is the letter. The letter, which can be a message or documents or writing. So it's kind of interesting to me all the way around here. It seems as though, okay, which is what the next few months are holding for you. You may be struggling to bring some joy back into your life, with the 10 there. It may be fueled by some difficulties you're having with some of your connections with others, or just this, kind of a malaise going on within you. You're struggling finding the joy, in your life. And I think what I think is going to happen here is you're going to shake things up a little bit. The Fool is here upright, and you're going to figure out a way to shake up your world a little bit and create that joy for yourself. I don't think you're going to get stuck here. I really think you're going to move out of it and try something new to stir things up in your life a little bit. And with the
Six of Wands.
Yes, with the Six of Wands, this may actually put you in a better place. Whatever this adventure or thing that you are working towards or moving towards, it may bring you the recognition or appreciation. Like, for example, if you feel like people haven't been appreciating you, or you feel like you're left out of things, surprise, when all is said and done, after you take on this new venture, this new journey that you're on, you're going to get noticed. You're going to get recognized. You're going to be appreciated. You might even get a reward out of all of this.
It's kind of interesting, Marin, because I don't see anything exactly talking about financials. I see it sort of maybe similar or dovetailing to it. But I think the idea is that
I missed that.
Is that because that's okay, because there's nothing there about that.
Well,
not a lot, but because maybe you're not feeling this joy, you're motivated to really try something different, to express yourself by maybe taking a chance somewhere else because you want to feel happier about what your potentials are. And that I think that this move you're making, it will really put you noticeable. That may, in fact, also just lift up the financial status. It doesn't say that, but I think we could infer that maybe that is a possibility there. And so then finally going back down to the Lenormand, like Banshee already did.
No, I didn't yet. I didn't.
Okay.
But go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
I think something is coming through. You'll receive some sort of notice or message that the things you're attempting to do are bearing fruit. You already know it, but maybe this is something that will actually take you to either a higher level in that new direction or into another new direction.
So I'm almost getting the feeling here, when we have the financials into the picture, that starting out, it's not very joyful right now. It just seems like it's not where you want things to be. And maybe you're unhappy as to you can't figure out why you're not reaching that threshold that you had hoped you would. Tens are kind of a place of completion. But I feel like something new that you're going to do, something that, you decide, I'm going to take a chance. I'm going to take a risk. Don't let the fact that you aren't getting any joy stop you from trying to do something radically different. In other words, don't let it stifle you. In other words, let it encourage you to take this leap, take this step, take this trust in yourself, because when you do, it's going to turn out so much better for you. I think here, this is a real sign that you are going to hit the mark and that there may be some financial rewards coming. I'm not sure it's going to be great, but I do think you're going to feel much more appreciated in that regard here. And I think with the letter and, I don't know if you are planning on doing something for money that may involve teaching people, or writing, maybe doing a writing project that you hope to sell, maybe self-publish something. The letter can be about the written word. So I can't help but wonder here, or if, maybe some money is going to come through. Maybe this is a check in the mail sort of thing too. But I do think that it's involving movement related to something in writing.
What I think is really interesting is that there are horns or antlers in all of these cards. The Fool is Pan, and then there's a Minotaur back there, and then of course the horned one, or the antlered one, if you want to call it that. But I think too that maybe these coincide a lot, and that maybe this new direction is really corroborated by that. I know Gina's here. Hey, Gina.
Gina!
So I think it's all good. I think it's mostly, focusing, which could be another way of looking at the letter too. And of course, I saw what you said about, getting ready to plan a big move in terms of selling your condo. So these could be covering that.
Yes, we've got our 20. We will definitely read for you if you want a reading, Gina. If you're here for that, we're here for you. All right. That's what we have for you. I think it looks pretty good, Merwin.
Good luck, Merwin.
It doesn't start off that way. And there's some, there may be some disappointments in the way. I don't want that to block you from taking a chance on yourself. It looks like the universe has your back. So run with it. Good luck with that. Oh my goodness. Siama's up. Will I get a government job? And take care. I'm so glad you got missed by all that bad weather. Oh my goodness. I finally saw some of the damage, and that 6 people died, two children. Very sad state of affairs. Gosh. I hope you guys get a break from some of those storms.
Those are mine.
Yep. There you go.
All right.
I've got the Where Does It Hurt? No, it's not Where Does It Hurt. That's our unhappy hour. It's the This Might Hurt Tarot. And it may not hurt either. Okay. All right. So, Siama.
When will I get a government job?
Oh, it's a when. Well, let's see what we get.
Is it a when? Let's see. Yeah. When will I get a government job?
I guess I'll bring out the when cards. Let's see if anything looks immediate here. Maybe I won't have to, depending on what we get. Wow. Yeah, there were things that were, I can't say it was 10 minutes away from us, but that one time where we had to huddle in the basement during the summer, there were tornadoes like all around us. It was kind of creepy. Know.
Mr. O just did what some people know him to do best. Hopefully.
Keep the weather away.
Shields up.
But they weren't bad. I mean, there was some damage, but there was no, death or injuries, I think, from any of those storms.
That's true.
Oh. It's just that there were a lot of them. All right. Yeah, you guys are going to get some stormy stuff. I know, they were talking about that. I saw that. Okay. We start with the Ace of Cups upright, which I like. But we move on to the Magician reversed. And what was the question exactly again?
When will I get a government job?
The government job, that's right. And the Hangman reversed. Okay, all right.
The Book and the Anchor.
Okay. I think I'm not getting a clear when from these cards, but I'm seeing some things here we may want to talk about. I do think there could be a fresh start for you, or maybe a beginning, an apprenticeship or something that you could maybe get your foot in the door of some job, but it's not going to be really easy. I think that first off, don't have high expectations. The Magician says here you still have some growth and learning to do. And so it's going to take some time for you to find this job, to impress upon people you have the right skills, or at least that they should give you that start so that you can grow in to this position. I think with the Hanged Man reversed here, it does show that you are trying to move towards this, that you are now ready and wanting to move towards this. But there's still some things that are, well, I won't say it's blocking you. The anchor's here. I think what you have to do is definitely fall back on your education, your background, to try to really sell yourself to get this job. It just seems like you're still really trying to struggle to get noticed by the right people who will give you a chance here.
When I'm looking at the Hangman reverse, this could be indicating that something may be stopped in a process of either education or skill learning, and that maybe if you were able to get back towards that, maybe there's something that was not exactly completed that would help bring you more viability for skills. Or the idea too is that depending on where you actually are with certain skill levels, you might have to go completely to an entry position. Maybe that's possible. I mean, I don't know how civil service government jobs work where you're at, but I think this is implying that maybe you would be happy if you were able to at least start right at the beginning when there isn't as much mastery expected of you, and maybe there are still some opportunities to engage with learning process. So I sort of see that with the book there too, the idea of, having an opportunity to learn more. And the anchor is there too. So I think that the when comes mostly when you do have opportunities to develop skills or to get in somewhere where that's not going to be as much of a difference for you. Hey, baby.
So... Wow. So I threw the timing cards to see if we could get kind of a time frame going for you here. Now take it with a grain of salt, but I kind of find this very interesting. Did we just have a new moon, right? Wasn't it new moon in or is it coming this week?
I thought it was the full moon that we had.
I think it's new moon this week in Sagittarius. I think that was in my material matters, I think. I'm right. Yep, that's what I thought. Thank you, Violet. Okay. And 4 months from now. So the next full moon to 4 months from now is a time frame that you should really focus on trying to get, notice, trying to sell yourself to find the position you really want in government. But also be willing to accept something that is very entry level. I hate to say it, but it looks like that might be one of your best shots, to get in the door. So, but it looks like maybe, your search might come to an end.
Right, approximately 4 to 5 months.
Yeah. So it's not the end of the world, but it doesn't look like it's happening, right now. So, and Mercury's going retrograde to boot next week. So maybe after the retrograde, things will start looking up a bit.
Thanks, Kara.
So good luck with that. Wish you luck with that.
I thought we had just had full moon not very long ago, so that
yeah,
the next
we did, because
is
that's
moon,
why
right?
we had our Where Does It Hurt show.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
All right.
Well, I was just asking if it was new moon this week because I realized the full moon is still ahead. Yeah, I knew it was new moon coming. Yep.
All right, so it's Alicia.
I knew a moon was coming, I should say. Okay. Alicia!
Checking back on your money. Are your stocks going your way this week?
Gina, you ready for this? On my honor, I will try to do my best. Was it for God and my country to help other people at all times and to obey the Girl Scout laws. And I was only a Girl Scout for 1 year. I think. Maybe 2 at the most. But I remember the Girl Scout pledge.
I was not a Boy Scout or a Cub Scout.
It's funny the things that my memory chooses to remember. All right. So what do we have for Alicia?
She's checking out her stocks.
Oh, checking on the stocks. That was my deck, right? So it's your deck.
Yes.
Yeah. The Campfire Girls, I don't know. And I may have had an opportunity to join them. I can't remember, but the Girl Scouts was where I ended up. Oh, really? Wow. I was never a brownie. I just went right into Girl Scout. I don't think I went through the brownie phase. I don't know. It's hard for me to remember now some of the details there, but I did remember the pledge.
Baking brownies.
Yeah, there. Yes. Speaking of brownies.
They mentioned it. Gina
Sniff,
did.
sniff. I can smell them in the air, Gina, almost.
All right, so
I should make
Alicia
some.
was asking about whether her stocks were going to do well this week, and we have the Queen of Swords upright.
Nice.
Our next card is the Empress reversed. And then finally, we have the Seven of Wands reversed.
Okay. Oh.
So there's maybe some iffiness there.
There's a little bit of iffiness there. Let's talk about it. Yeah, we got the mountains. And we have Father Time, which is the scythe. Well, and that's the queen, right?
Right, the Queen of Swords.
Mind your decisions, Alicia. You know, you may have some important decisions to make. And oh my goodness, Mercury retrograde is not a good time to have to make them. I'll just say. So, be sure that you're clear and you get advice if you have to make them during this time period. The other thing that stands out to me, I'm trying to remember here, what is that? Oh, the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands reverse could indicate to me that, things aren't very, things may not be looking up right now as far as stocks go. There may be some points where you feel like, oh no, things are, this is putting me at a real disadvantage right now. So it's possible here with the
Empress.
The Empress reversed. And I think what it is, though, is maybe things are stagnating. Don't act too rashly. Don't overreact. I think when I see the Seven of Wands reversed here, you might be feeling like you're being put on the defensive, like you have to make a move. But maybe with the Empress reversed here, it's saying don't act too hastily.
Right. I mean, the Queen of Swords itself is maybe indicating that you'll need advice or you'll need to make a very informed decision, however you get to that. And it's an important decision, but it may not be the end of the world with stocks coming there. The decision should probably take into account the idea of what overall is most comforting to you. And so it may not be comforting to make a very rash move, like somebody says, take everything and put it somewhere else, or take half of this and put it somewhere else. Maybe that doesn't feel comfortable to you. Listen to that. But again, there is a sense of a fungibility here that maybe things are not exactly going to go in your direction. So it might be a good time to not make very serious moves if you can help it.
Yeah, and it just seems like you're facing some obstacles right now. You have to find a way to cut through the obstacles you're facing. So like I said, if you're going to make any moves, they better be really well thought out. My advice right now would be to try to hold firm, through this kind of turbulent time. Don't overreact to the first sign of trouble. Make sure you just touch base with the people in the know who can maybe guide you through this, and maybe cut through some of the red tape or problems that or obstacles that you may be seeing.
Well, I work with symbols too, and so, besides what the card should mean, and so I feel that Father Time with the scythe sort of aligns with the Queen of Swords upright, and I think this is an idea that says, don't, divide things too thoroughly. Divide things as justly as possible. If you have to make decisions where certain qualities are going to be subtracted from each other, try to go minimal for discomfort reasons. And I think that's what we got for you.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that.
Good luck,
wow,
Alicia.
Going to
Thank
be
you.
a interesting ride here. And we are on V, I believe.
Is it V or is it Nicole?
It's V. It's up top here. I got it.
Oh, there it
It's
is.
V.
Okay.
And then Angel Rivera, then Nicole. How will the rest of December play out for V? Just been focusing on healing. Okay.
You're welcome.
My deck for that. I didn't pull one out.
We're sorry, Sun Empress, but we did reach our 20, so we are
Yeah.
closing the list.
We're going to a movie soon after our live show today, so
We can't really do overtime.
we can't do overtime today, so we apologize. Thursdays sometimes you can get away with coming in this late, but not on Sundays.
Thank you, Alicia. Happy holidays to you.
Okay, I'm using my Heavenly Blooms deck for this.
We need your list is closing.
Happy holidays to you, Alicia.
Thanks, Violet.
All right. Okay, how's the rest of December going to go? And you're going to do the Lenormand.
I know. I'm just
Well, I
doing
know
some
you're
other
getting your
maintenance here.
sign up there. Woo. Well, you're focusing on healing, which is good. Highly recommend it because you might need it a little bit. Got the Nine of Cups reversed. Queen of Wands reversed. Page of Wands upright.
I like these cards.
They are very nice. I do like the stuff.
There's an anime or manga kind of quality about some of them.
Well, that's good.
Sleigh bells are ringing
Are you listening?
and acorns are popping.
Well, I like that. I almost think those two cards fall in line with that Page of Wands at the end, which we will get to. Again, a bit of a mixed bag of a reading here, V, and it could be Mercury retrograde, upsetting the apple cart, but whatever the case may be, it just seems like, what your wishes, your hopes, your dreams for what you want, to achieve by the end of 2023 might be dashed a little bit. You might not totally be able to get there. Now, there could be a number of reasons for that. Maybe you had higher expectations than situations warranted. It's possible. Or it's just, time is not right yet to achieve it. The Queen of Wands reversed indicates to me, too, that you're not feeling your power right now. You might be drawing back a little bit. You said you are focusing on healing, and maybe that's why, you sense you need to pull back a little bit from things. But no worries, because I almost feel like what I'm seeing at the very end here is either going to happen at the end of December, or this is the way the new year is going to start for you. That Page of Wands. It's almost as if new year, new goals, new drive, new beginnings start to happen for you. And the sleigh is indicating that too. Things are going to start moving in a more positive direction for you. With the clover here, the acorns, it's good luck. It almost as if things turn around. It's just you have to get through a rather disappointing start.
Well, in some areas where there's a lot of emphasis on Christmas or winter seasonal holidays, there's also maybe for some people a sense of unnecessary sadness that they feel, that not everybody feels the exact joy of the situation. So there's holiday blues, seasonal affective disorder. This could be, going on for you perhaps. The Nine of Cups maybe is a sense of feeling like, the things that you normally thought would make you or should make you feel happy or joyful, you're just not feeling them at this time for the reasons that probably you know of. The Queen of Wands reverse sort of indicates that you're not really wanting to test yourself in terms of trying to find a way to rise to the occasion, to break your own shell, in a sense that maybe, some people, when they feel like they're really depressed, they force themselves to go and do something that they think will make them happy. You maybe are not very inclined to want to do that. You sort of feel like you lack confidence in certain respects to do that for yourself. But I do feel like Banshee says that maybe this is a time log and that maybe we're moving through the holidays here, but somewhere in the new year, sort of, and the Page of Wands sounds like spring in a way,
It
so
does.
I don't say it is about
No.
happening in spring, but it's saying that spirit of growth or renewal that can happen in spring, that maybe you just need to feel like coming back, after the winter solstice, that kind of thing, or you need to feel something more tangible, in your life to help you.
I feel like there's something that's going to break for you, whether it's in your romantic life or, with new dreams, visions, goals, and it's just luck is around a new venture or moves that you make at the beginning of the year. And I really do think it's going to be early in 2024 that you're going to see the energies start to shift for you. I wish you luck with that,
Yeah,
V.
I really do think that, next year is going to be better than it is right now.
All right, I've got my Oracle card out for Angel Rivera. I'm going to use the Seasons of the Witch for you. The Yule Oracle, I just feel called to do that one. You want the top card? We will get that for you. Did I have I guess I did, because it was between there. Okay. Yes, they are a nice deck. I like this one. I do. One of the things we got from, these the decks we got from Arts and Crafts, I think, when we were there. All right.
Which one?
The Heavenly Blooms and the other one I bought, the Dream Keepers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been using the one that I bought there.
And yes, I'm actually on Angel Rivera, a sabbatical from deck buying till January. And it's going to be later in January when my decks come in from MJ Coulinane. So, not buying anything else right now. For me, anyway. For other people, wink, wink, that might be possible.
Yeah, like I need more decks.
I have other things in mind for you, Mr. O. Yeah, honest. It's true.
This thong is on fire. No, don't buy me a thong.
Oh my goodness, Mr. Rivera. We've had such good cards for you. What's up with this? We have the Darkest Hour. Well, I hope it's a good thing in this deck. It's just talking about maybe the winter solstice, the longest night, maybe.
Good for you, Angel.
And it is. I mean, in that regard, it's the darkest hour, the longest night, the abyss, the void. There in the void of thy darkness swells the shadow of the soul, swallowing the wickedness into the blackness of its wholeness. Okay. So the darkest hour has appeared because you are being asked to examine what is absolutely necessary for joy in your life. Is it money? Is it love? Is it fame or respect? Imagine being free of it. The darkest hour reminds you that material things are not necessarily for happiness. That happiness is something that is available to you with or without material success. You may feel as though you have to be where you are, but that isn't true. You're being guided to find true happiness within your spirit. Do not be afraid of change and do not be scared to let go. Doing so means you can see the light even when life feels hopeless. Self-focused happiness provides a guiding light when you are lost in the darkest hour. It will point the way home and help you recover. So I guess this is a time to focus on, what it is that brings you happiness and joy in your life. And how about bringing more of it to you, out of that void can bring back some light into your life. Bring back the things that bring joy. It's not always about money. Hey, it helps. I sure could use that $1 million lottery win I've been waiting for. But you know what? I'm perfectly happy without it too. So find your happiness, whether, wherever it is. And hopefully it's not totally based on the material realm.
I like this card. The darkest hour, a lot of times when I think about things like that, I think like that's an opportunity to go deeply into yourself and to figure out what you need to change or what you should be letting go. Hopefully. So yes, don't be willing, to let go of things in your life that dampen that joy. That dampen your spirit. It's time now for you to find and work on the things that truly bring you that joy and to welcome that into your life. Good luck with that. All right. Oh, did we forget the Lenormand? We did. He's got it there. Yeah, I have it here.
What do you have? Okay. Oh, not the anchor again.
The anchor again and the reindeer. So keep yourself anchored to this message or this direction you're going in. And if it's about the darkest hour, then maybe they're saying there's something, that you should, put into your practice about the darkest hour. Maybe that doesn't mean, getting up at your darkest hour and doing a meditation, but it is something important in there that maybe you should absolutely take seriously and maybe make a regular part of, your routine in some way.
Well, again, nice horns in this reading. And if you look at the anchor in a way, that sort of kind of reminds you of horns. The thing is that with the anchor and the reindeer, I could look at this. Which one was first, the anchor or the reindeer, Mr. O?
The anchor was first.
The anchor was here then and there. Okay, so your moves might be, I think what this card was telling you too was do not be afraid to make the moves and changes you need to make in order to bring joy back into your life. The anchor stops things, remember, keeps things in place. You want to move towards changing the things and letting go of the things that are dampening your joy. So don't block that progress.
Right.
So we have for you. Good luck with that. And we are on Nicole, I believe.
Yes.
Hey, we're getting to the bottom of the list. We will go in overtime, and we have time for getting these readings in. So nobody has to leave. We're doing fine.
You're welcome.
We'll still have plenty of time to get ready for our movie. I'm going as I am.
Yeah, I'm not going to.
Except with I won't wear the Santa hat, probably.
So, Nicole asked, should I let go of Brad? All right.
Oh, should I let go of Brad? Okay. That's your deck.
Do you want to just do a yes or no?
I think we should give this nuance. We may have to do
Okay.
yes or no. We'll see.
Okay. I'm going to use the Secrets Tarot. And yes, leave it to Mr. O to bring up uncomfortable things like thongs.
Scorpio, you know. Hey, you're welcome, Angel.
All right. The Hermit. Oh dear. It's upright.
It is upright.
Three of Pentacles.
Hmm.
And the reversed Four of Swords. So
Well, wait, don't say anything.
there's...
Look what's back. I know.
Do we really need another anchor?
Along with this, you sure want to cut that anchor, or somebody does.
Well, you know, framing the card in the middle is the Hermit, which sounds like going it alone or being alone. But then there's the Four of Swords on the other side, and it's sort of like coming to life or coming back after being secluded.
Or
So
recovery.
recovering. So which is it? It sort
know.
of sounds like there's a little bit of both features here, or that maybe Brad thinks differently than you do about this, but you really asked about whether you should get rid of Brad. And in the middle is the Three of Pentacles, and the Three of Pentacles really talks about sound worthy work, sort of like things really operating efficiently, things being noticed, or feeling like, you know, somebody says, yeah, that's the way to do it.
Well, you nailed it in a way here, Mr. O, with that one. You know, there's a sense here of maybe wanting to pull back, one of you or both of you, you know. Somebody maybe wants to pull back. Or maybe the Hermit is here telling you, Nicole, you really need to go deep here and give this a lot of thought, okay? You need to really think about what it is what is good for you and what is right for you in this situation with Brad. Hey, make a list it out, the pros and cons, what's working, what's not. If it's not working, which I'm wondering about here, here's the key. The Three of Pentacles is the key here. Can you guys work together? Can you guys pull it together to be a harmonious working relationship? Can you be a team? You know, do you have each other's best interests at heart and are willing to work out your differences? That's the key here.
There is an implication that maybe one of you is better suited for that, and that implies that the other might have to accept that.
Because this is a card of either, well, let's try to recover and let's try to make a go of it, or I'm moving on. I've healed from this and I've made my decision and I'm moving on. And so here again, it's almost like a sign with the Scythe and the Anchor that somebody, one of you, wants to cut ties here, or is maybe thinking that it's time to cut the anchor. It's time to let it go. Because it's time to move on instead of have something holding a person back. Okay? We might want to follow this up with a yes-no, but that's what I'm seeing.
Let's do it. But I would say that maybe, Nicole, what it looks like to me is like you're that person that feels at least you should be the one in charge, and that you are possibly willing to say, well, if it's not working out, then maybe I shouldn't be here. But you're open to the idea that maybe things could change under those conditions. And that sort of implies that too, really. You know, whatever was constant before in your situation needs to change. The constancy.
Let's do a quick yes, no, and just see.
Yes.
Now, remember, it's a snapshot in time, so I wonder if it's going to contradict what we said, but really, I could almost see it going either way. But it depends how much you both are willing to work it out. You got to work it out. That Three of Pentacles. Hey, Victoria. Oh, thank you so much. And thanks for shouting out our show on Twitter today. I appreciated that. Always enjoy you here in the chat. You are fun.
You make it wild.
Oh, my goodness. Not that Kara doesn't either. And not that Mr. O doesn't either.
Well, there is that.
Well, there's a possible yes here that you should leave him. That was the question, right? Should you let Brad go? And you do have here the
Empress reverse.
It's almost as if, because it seems to be stagnating, it just seems to be going nowhere right now. Am I right? Are we right? Is that card right? That's what it just seems like. And unless something can break the the quagmire here, the stagnation, it's not going anywhere.
Well, the Empress reverse could be saying you need to take care of yourself. You need to
think
focus
of yourself
on
here,
yourself.
too.
And so, the famous advice columnist, Dear Abby, would always say, look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I better off with them or without them? And just, that moment of blunt. Is it better this way? Is it better that way?
Yeah. So I wish you luck, Nicole. That's what we have for you.
I'm sorry to be so brutal.
And we are on Shirley.
Hey, Shirley. Are you sure it's Shirley? Shirley? Yeah, it is, because Dex is after Shirley. Okay,
Yep.
Got it.
I got my list right today.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we don't have a message from Shirley? Shirley.
Uh-oh, Shirley, I hope you're here.
Shirley.
Because we need it now, and we're not going to go back today. If you miss your turn, you miss it.
Yeah, if you miss it, you miss it, because it's 4 o'clock. I'm so
running
sorry.
a tight
I'm going to
ship
check
here.
just to see. I know you were. I think some people maybe feel like they shouldn't leave it there because I don't know why.
Whatever reason, some people don't like to put it down till it's their turn, but it's always good to ask them and try to get it. And it's okay so long as they put it down right away. But
that's such a shame for Shirley because she was here not very long ago.
Yeah.
But
all right, we have to move on. We just have to move on.
There you go, Dex. Dex wanted a general. All right, Dextrose. Don't leave home without
my
it.
deck.
Ooh. Yes. Your deck for Dextrose.
Well, it's the Yule one, I think, if I can get to it. My goodness. Very tight in that holder today.
And I just want to mention that our friend Alicia gave us a donation. We are very appreciative of your donation,
so
Alicia.
sweet.
Thank you so much. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. And I haven't forgotten about you. It may seem like it, but it's just been crazy busy. But I guarantee you we have something planned for you. All right. And I hope you'll like it, but I'm going to run it by you just in case. All right.
Well, some of those Lenormands are getting a lot of extra action here today.
Not again. Must be Mercury retrograde, right?
I don't know, but it's not the
if it's not the anchor. That's why I think the anchor's coming up. Everything's just kind of stalling.
Okay, so Dextrose wanted a general reading.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
We start with the Ace of Pentacles reversed.
Ugh.
The Ace of Gifts. But hey, When she looks happy, wonder what's in that punch. It's the page of good cheer, upright. Page of Cups, upright, that is. And the King of Swords, upright. King of Canes.
The King of Canes.
So not all bad. Not all bad.
Here's a whip for you.
Oh,
The sleigh whip.
that might be.
And the kitten.
Ooh.
Kitten.
Well, mixed bag for sure. So it's a general reading. So this could be talking about a couple of different things here. I feel like financially things are maybe stuck or not going well. Maybe something takes away some money you'd hope to spend on gifts or other things. Dextrose, it looks as though financially, or if you're looking for a job, career, or anything like that during this time, it just may not be working out for you. But I feel that there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of happiness around you right now. And also, since it is the Page of Cups, this is a time where you can use your intuition to guide you in the decisions that you have to make and the moves that you want to make going forward, whether it's to right the situation or in some other area. I also feel here that, the joy may be coming from family or friends, but there may be a little bit of a conflict brewing between you and a friend. You and, or a colleague, maybe at work if you're working. It just seems as though something could cause a brouhaha, because the whip can be kind of aggressive or angry, and it's with the friend card here, so I'm thinking it's with somebody close that maybe, might rob you a little bit of that joy. Might be a little bit of a setback for you. Maybe that's where this Ace of Pentacles is coming from too. But all in all, I do think that, that there's going to be some joy returning to you. It may come from you being able to make the right moves or decisions that you need to make. And hey, during Mercury retrograde, watch how you do communicate with others, because things can be taken the wrong way. And also be careful of how you read what others are saying to you, because maybe that's part of the problem here.
Hey, Dextrose. So as a general reading goes, it seems like your more difficult part may be in the beginning. And like Banshee, I sort of feel this isn't about any one particular thing. So it may be that the current frame seems to be something that was viable as a project that could maybe generate income or had financial aspects to it, or even just something about, your home, your physical presence. It's not panning out. It may have actually failed. So this could be a job that's not working out, or it could be some other financial thing that's not working out. But you may not be worried about that too much, because pages really are bringing you into new directions. And so this is the Page of Cups. This may be saying that maybe good news is still coming, news that pleases you emotionally. So it may reverse the effects of something that is bad financially. It could be, for example, a different job or some different...
Maybe a new relationship.
A new relationship. But if this was causing possible financial things, maybe this is just going to change that picture. It may not relate to that exactly, but it just gives you something else to do. And I do feel like, as you move forward through this relative time period, you'll find you're coming back to a sense of control, maybe over things, that maybe the inspirations you received and the sense of internalizing whatever lessons might have been there with finances. You're sort of feeling like you have more control now, or at least you feel like you have a better sense of what decisions you should be making here as you're moving into the new year.
Use your intuition to guide you in all of these matters, I feel here in particular with a friend you might have a fallout with. Try to figure out what's really at the heart of it. I think your gut will guide you through this. And I also feel your gut will guide you into making appropriate decisions and moves for yourself during this time when things are a little wonky with the retrograde.
Right. I don't see anything really different with the Lenormand than what she covered. It seems to me like maybe there is a dust up somehow, but I don't think it's a permanent bad thing. I think it's just maybe something has to clear the air and then it's done. And it may be on their part or your part possibly, but because there is a sense that they were a good friend and that they feel that way about you perhaps, most likely, that this will be clearing the air. So it's a good thing.
So good luck with that, Dextrose.
Good luck, Dextrose.
And we are on Gina.
Gina.
Yay! So good to see you here.
Gina is mine.
Thinking about you.
Gina.
I'm getting ready to do my Christmas cards, everybody. And my Christmas poem and Yule poem have been done. But I have to admit, I kind of dragged on getting to the Christmas cards, actually. It's funny how I got that done so fast, and then I'm lollygagging. It's usually the other way around. Okay. Well, you know what? I have another deck around that I want to use for you, Gina. Let me just grab it here. It is the Oracle of the Unicorns. I love this deck. I really love this deck. Psychic, Intuitive, or Medium, actually, recommended this to us when we were at the bakery doing readings.
Yes.
And I looked at it and I said, yeah, why don't I have this one? It is absolutely stunning.
It's beautiful.
Ooh, nice. It's Expansion, which says, spread your wings and soar. Share your message and shine your light. Show the world what you're made of.
Expansion.
I like it already, Gina.
Beautiful. Nice.
Oops. You, as if we don't know this already, you are brilliant, talented, and it's now time to soar into your success. Your soul is calling you to share your message, shine your light, and make a difference. Have the courage to do the things you are scared of. You scared? I can't even imagine that. Stretch out your comfort zone and into your potential. Although you may feel some discomfort at first, you will soon feel like this Pegasus, flying out of the clouds and into brighter skies. Do not allow anyone or anything to clip your wings, keep you grounded, or make you feel less than you really are. Others may feel uncomfortable as you expand. They're just anxious you will leave them behind. Don't do that. Don't leave us behind. Instead of shrinking yourself to appease their fears, though, stay true to your path and continue soaring higher and shining brighter. By doing this, you will show them how to do the same. It is up to them to have the courage to follow. Wow. You came here for greatness, and it is now time to show the world your magic.
Nice. And look what I got in Lenormand. I got the house and the storybook.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, Gina. I can't wait.
So, storybook and house.
You know what's really interesting about that card, just looking at them at face value? I think the story of your life is almost your home environment, you know? This is your comfort zone. This is your security. This is where you feel your power and where your story is, you know, in a way. You create, you know, you've created a beautiful existence for yourself in your home and your comfort, the comfort you feel there. But it's also about, you know, maybe saying too that this is a time to maybe write down more of your thoughts. You know, I don't know if you do any journaling, but I almost feel right now there's a lot of comfort in writing right now and doing some writing. So do that. Write your thoughts down.
You're expanding your story and therefore expanding your home. And home is that sort of gestalt of everything about you that engenders, you know.
Are you doing any renovations or expansions on your home? I think you may have talked about something in the past, but maybe that's even what the expansion's about in a way too. I think it's personal because frankly, you know, you're doing the thing with the phone calls and stuff, and I don't know how that's going for you, but you sharing your knowledge, your wisdom with others and helping them uplift themselves. I think that's very apparent here in this expansion card. So it's all good. It's all growthful. It's all very, very positive. I love this deck. I just do. I know you like horses, which is, you know, I know they're winged being horses here for the most part, but it's just such a gorgeous deck.
Alrighty. And it's 4:14.
Well, I know, and we're on Violet Lotus.
We
It's
are.
perfect. So awesome. Nice reading, Gina. And thank you in advance. I can't wait.
All right. How do you want to do that?
Yes, I know what it's about, the dream, the Jaguar. You know, Jaguar energy is very interesting, Violet. I know that it has some things to do with protection, strength, and courage. The only other thing I know about it is that Jaguars are really good at keeping the environment they're in the way it should be, I guess. So in other words, you know, they may, as a predator, they go after animals that will keep the environment balanced, you know, and healthy. They work on making the environment around them healthy. So those are some things that you might want to consider with Jaguar energy here. But I honestly don't know too much else about it without consulting. I bet there's a medicine card on that one, but I don't know.
Gina, you're so welcome. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, really.
Yeah, your story. Yeah, there you go. I almost feel that. Little House on the Prairie. I don't know if I feel that, but I kind of feel like storybook material. Definitely.
All right, I'm going to use the Global Fusion Intuitive Tarot for Violet's question. And the first one is Justice.
Upright.
Upright. The second one is the Ace of Pentacles reversed. And then it's the Four of Pentacles reversed.
Oh, I guess I...
No, I'm sorry. That's the Four of Swords. Sorry. Four of Swords. Four of Swords reversed.
I don't know what I did with the Lenormand.
I don't know.
I put him away? Did I actually put him away? Shame on me. I was getting a little ahead of myself there. But why don't we look at those cards a little bit first? I think we can before we get the Lenormand.
That's a good observation, Gina. Cancers are really about their home. So, yeah, it's probably going to happen later.
Your stories happens there, you know. A lot of the stories, you know, in your life happen there. I like it.
Let me look at your question again, Violet. Well, it may be telling you, of course, you know, justice is there, and justice in the Egyptian tradition talked about really measuring yourself in a way, measuring your heart and whether your heart was pure enough. So I think this is saying Jaguar is here to teach you some of that, to understand the balance of your heart and your spirit and your soul with the all. And Ace of Coins reverse may be saying, you know, that maybe material things are not exactly your strong sort, that maybe you want to look at that a little bit.
Go ahead.
And
that's the Four of Swords.
But Jaguar wants you to be very awakened. You know, this is the Four of Swords reversed, and that's sort of like renewing and reactivating. So I am a little bit in a quandary about that.
We will get to this. I did talk to him a little bit about it. It was it's the sleigh, right?
Yes. Victoria, are you still here? Because we got your mice. We got your mice.
Not where I wanted exactly.
No.
But I think Jaguar's here for a reason right now, and it's pretty...
Totally.
It's kind of evident to me. You know what I was just saying to you? It's so funny that justice came up. I talked about how Jaguar medicine, you know, helps to keep the environment stable, you know, like the ecosystem stable by, you know, making sure that there's not they're a predator that targets, you know, the areas that need to be whittled down or kept in check, right? And so I feel here that the Jaguar's here to help you find and achieve balance. Maybe an area, you know, maybe right now because you've had some struggles with, you know, maybe not necessarily with your physical health, but, you know, with some issues of well-being, you know, emotional, mentally, spiritual well-being. And I think he's here to help you recover. I think he's here to help you recover your strength, re-energize you, because they are about strength and courage and build you back up again.
So maybe what was confusing me is this is about your need to be more grounded in some respects. The Ace of Earth, the Ace of Pentacles, maybe Jaguar is here because he needs you to understand some of those kind of things. And also, too, there's a security aspect about Pentacles that sometimes we overlook, you know, so about the idea about becoming more secure in yourself. Jaguar is here to teach you these things.
And the only thing that kind of bugs me is the mice and the ship.
They're going to stay there. They're not going to desert until it sinks.
I'm wondering if it's just indicating to me that you've been stressing over or having some anxieties of what your next move should be, or trying to get something moving again in your life. And you know, maybe that's another reason Jaguar medicine is here. You know, Jaguars, I don't know how fast they are as far as the cat species goes. I think they are pretty quick. I'm just saying that without knowing for sure. But it's saying here that, you know, this might be, you're really uncertain and you have a lot of anxieties right now. And so if that's the case, Mercury is going retrograde. Don't try to push things right now. You know, Jaguar is here to help you work through this stuff. And you're not going to get there if you try to move through it too quickly. So let things play out. Let Jaguar medicine guide you through this.
These things that are annoying are probably little issues that you need to pay some attention to in order to move through this questioning of your balance.
I like what you're saying there, Gina.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was very cool,
Maintaining,
Tina.
you know what? That integrity rings a bell to me too. So I don't know if I'm just remembering that from the medicine cards or what, but that was a very good point. So it's all about, regaining your personal power, but using it appropriately, and he's there. Jaguar's there to help you with all of this. I think it's
Nice.
really good. Awesome. All right. Wow. Whoa. We made it. We made it. And we have time to recoup before we have to leave. More than an hour. So we're good.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Well, we have to be there at 5:55.
Right, we'll have to leave about
What
10
is it,
minutes
about
early.
10 minutes away
10 to
almost?
15 minutes early.
10 minutes away.
I know a
almost.
shortcut.
I want to get there a little earlier. They're always there early. Can we beat them this time?
We almost did last time,
We
didn't
almost did. Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
But anyway, hey, what a great show. And what a surprise
Thank you,
to see
Gina.
here. So glad you came
You're
to visit
welcome.
us. And Merwin, it's always a pleasure to have Merwin stop in.
Claudia had Banshee's back on the
Well,
sports.
she didn't tell me the final score. I'm a little nervous.
well.
But if the Lions lost, that means my prediction was right. But I'll be sad. But if the Lions win, my prediction will be wrong, and I'll be happy. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. I guess I win in one way or another, either way. So thanks, everybody. It was a great show today, and we'll be back Thursday to see you again with more fun. So,
Bye.
and hopefully more enlightenment. So take care. Have a great week ahead, and we're going to see you all soon. Bye-bye.